Let's move on to women's 3,000 meter steeplechase, which takes place right afterwards at 3:10 p.m. Okay, steeple. It's the first steeple event of the Olympics. Steeple is always super fun. There's always an element of uncertainty because you're throwing in weird barriers that people got to jump over and giant puddles of water on the track. So there's always a little bit of chaos. World record 8:44:32 from back in 2018 by Beatrice Chepkoech of Kenya. Our current world champ is Winnie Yavi of Bahrain. She ran 8:54 in Budapest in 2023 to become the world champ. Reigning Olympic champ, Peruth Chemutai of Uganda. She ran that 9:01. So this race is a real, like, the times in this race can vary wildly because it's a championship style race. The time doesn't really matter as much. And who is the favorite here? What do you guys have as the favorite? Alex, you got a favorite?
Oh, I'm so confused. I think this race will define or will crown a queen of steeple because I think right now there's no queen of steeple.
Yeah.
I want to know what's up with Chepkoech. On paper, she's the queen of steeple, right? She's running 8:44. I remember when she ran it, everyone's jaws dropped to the ground because that time was seen as otherworldly back then and still now. But it's been 6 years. She hasn't broken 8:56 since then. And I wonder what's up. I wonder if this was just a one-off performance, the call me maybe Carly Rae Jepsen of Chepkoech, that we never hear from her again, or if she comes back and finds that form again. If she doesn't, field is open, right? I think Yavi is hot right now. She's got a world title. I think Chemutai has Olympic glory, but none of them, I think, have been around long and consistently enough to be crowned queen of steeple. I don't know who wins this, and I think whoever does gets into the next Olympic cycle as the one, whether that's Chepkoech getting back to her fitness, or imagine Chemutai getting 2 straight Olympic titles. That's very hard to do. I'd almost like to see Chemutai do it because she did it last time. I think maybe the field was not as strong as it could have been. She does it twice, proves it's no fluke. And also, I'm a big fan of the Uganda championship movement, where it's like between Kaplimo, Cheptegei, and also now Chemutai. They're establishing themselves as one of the leading distance running countries. So, and giving Ethiopia and Kenya something to fight for. So I'm kind of a fan of that. I want to see Chemutai do it.
There you go. You can, if you're a casual watcher of the Olympic track events, you can slide that into conversation with somebody at the bar where you're like, Uganda's really kind of pieced together an interesting distance running team in the last couple of years. They've got this top steeple runner and a couple of really good 5 and 10,000 meter runners as well. I think Chemutai is probably the favorite going in. She's got the fastest time this year, fastest qualification time for the Olympics, 8:55, and is sort of really coming on. As you mentioned, Alex, like Chepkoech on paper should be an absolute killer, but she's just not really put it together recently. So, although I foolishly, in my notes, I'm just looking here, I'm like, I picked Chepkoech to win. So that's who I picked to win. What do you guys think?
I also did, but I guess I'm wondering about teammate Jacqueline Chepkoech. Does she stack up? She has an 8:57.
Again, this is sort of like, it's a wide open field this time around. We should say Kenya historically, more so on the men's than the women's side, but Kenya historically has dominated steeplechase. So you're always going to have the potential Kenyan winner there.